Welcome to Bad Gear, the show about the world's most hated audio tools. The pantheon of synth creators is filled with strong personalities. The one from space, the one who started it all, the boss, the league of gentlemen who changed music forever, but you still wanna
shotgun a brewski
with, and, well, that guy, just to name a few. Today, however, we are going to talk about K2000. This range of synth ROMpler sampler hybrids was originally brought to the market in 1991 by Ray Kurzweil, a completely overpowered megabrain who went from being Stevie Wonder's custom shop to looking forward to merging with AI by 2045. No one understands this. At the first glance, K2K is ticking all the
holy interplanetary yardstick.
That's over 600 pages of manuals boxes. The video tutorial is pretty stylish though. Reading suggestions and media archaeology aside, this particular model is a V2 keyboard with a sampling option, but I have to admit that I lost track of the numerous versions, operating systems and upgrade possibilities. Regardless of the incarnation you are dealing with, almost everything you hear is based on samples with a maximum sample rate of 48 kHz 16-bit, which can be picked from the internal ROM.
Sampled if possible,
or loaded from a floppy or wire SCSI with full Akai sample format support. Size of the internal ROM depends on the chosen model and starts with 8 MB on the OG K2K. A collection of these samples can be assigned to a key map telling the synth which notes are supposed to trigger which sample. While this is standard early 90s sampler stuff, the real madness starts here, because these key maps can be part of a layer where they are made subject to so-called algorithms ranging from simple to not so simple subtractive synthesis, with different kinds of clipping, shaping and distortion intertwined with all sorts of basic waveforms turned into stereo patches using complex parallel signal chains. There's oscillator sync and methods to implement FM, which are not for the faint of heart. These algorithms let you select different filter models, which all sound a bit too 90s for my taste. There are roller coaster-like multi-stage envelopes, the usual LFOs, velocity triggers, and, just in case you haven't maxed out your brain capacity, mathematical functions which are no fun at all. All this retro sci-fi synth goodness comes with ample modulation possibilities and MIDI control, but is buried in mind-melting menus you need to operate using a dying display and buttons addicted to WD-40. 3 of these layers, or 32 of them if you are dealing with drums, can be combined to a program. You know, the things most K2000 users will load up as a preset and never edit. You can create keyboard splits consisting of up to 3 programs and/or go all in on classic 1 program per MIDI channel multi-timbrality. Polyphony is limited to 24 voices though. The output of this trademark vast engine is put through what seems to be an FX unit identical to the Digitech DSP-256XL, which is kind of noisy, and the results range from high-end ROMpler patches and acceptable analog cosplay to abstract soundscapes. feel free to route your programs to one of the two assignable stereo outs. K2K was competing with early 90s workstations like the Korg 01W or Yamaha SY77, so it doesn't come as a surprise that it boasts a full-fledged sequencer I am honestly a bit afraid of, and depending on the version you have, the rear panel can be luxurious. Speaking of which, K2000s were vastly expensive back in the day but are somewhat affordable now. Thanks to Florian Schreivogel of Global DJs for lending me another antique from his great collection. Kurzweil was ahead of the curve in the early 90s, but this wealth of possibilities came at the price of a rocket science grade workflow. Is it still worth it to accept that challenge? You have already heard K2K in today's intro tune. Sounds kind of expensive. Let's start this out with a pre-RTFM multi-timbral techno workout. While the simple saw plus filter bass tone comes with a plastic sheen of the 90s and the presets were obviously designed to compete with the D50, all the patches have an undeniable brilliance and heft to them. Midi control is a breeze. Given the mind-boggling depth of the workflow, I won't be creating complex multi-samples anytime soon. Time to sample the inevitable drum break and take a deep dive into the instrument's envelope. Perfect, but you get the idea. Even the ample sound design possibilities can't salvage the factory drum kit, and the sample option is clear as a whistle, for better or worse. I wanna know if we can summon the professional sounding glory of days long gone with a little mixing magic in. Leave a comment about other finale tracks that sound similar to this one. Viral 90s throwback game music, ROMpler Hot Pocket Extra Cheesy. Although Kurzweil instruments were used by more or less everybody back in the day, the classic K range remains a mythical creature even to many true synth nerds. K2000 was superior to its competitors in countless ways, and if you don't mind the deep menus, aging hardware, time-consuming workflows and overall complexity, you can still to this day create tones on par with both modern plugins and substantial Eurorack setups. So it's basically an early 90s Roland that's actually good. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like, subscribe, become a patron and use one of the links down below to support the channel regardless of what your gas commands you to buy.